Welcome to Discussing Fitchburg Now. I'm your host, Sam Squalia. This week's show, we have German Octoberfest at the Fitchburg Senior Center, September 28th. We talk about Run4Fun, which is a free running group that they do running activities almost daily. And then we are talking about the Blacksmith Festival and Renaissance Faire in its 16th year. So up now, my premiere segment, we are talking about the German Oktoberfest with the Fitchburg Lions Club members. We have the president, Sally Brown, and a board of directors member, Debbie Dion.
Dion. Thank you.
Debbie Dion.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for coming on. So the German Oktoberfest, this is going to be so much fun. Saturday night, September 28th. At the Senior Center.
Yes, ma'am.
So what got you involved in this? What got the Lions Club involved?
Well, we've had the Oktoberfest for a few years, and someone didn't want to do it this year, so Joan Goodwin, the director of the Senior Center, said, "Do you think the Lions Club would like to do it?" And I looked at her with trying to pick out which head I wanted to see, because I was like, there's this Joan, that Joan, and that Joan, and I'm like, gee, okay. I'm just going to make it a general statement, and we'll see what happens. So we decided that we would take it on with the Senior Center, with Joan. So we picked a date, and we said, that's wonderful, we'll do it then. And Joan had been to an Oktoberfest in Germany. So she took her knowledge from that and brought it to us. And we said, sure, we'll do all that, and let's make it a fun night. We got a band, we got food, we got beer. What more can you have?
Nice. I love it. I've been to all the Oktoberfests. So I was kind of expecting it to be similar to that.
Yes, it is.
Would you say that's about accurate?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We can tell you about the menu. We can tell you about some really great raffles we have lined up. Mm-hmm. We've got help me with my pronunciation, the Oberländer Hofbrau band coming.
That sounds pretty good.
So if you know how to do the polka, maybe you can teach me that night. Because I don't know how to do the polka.
That's yes in German.
Yeah. So what would you like us to tell you about?
Well, how about we start with the beer? We have Wachusett Brewing.
We do.
That's kind of the pivotal arm of the Oktoberfest.
It sure is, yes. And they have quite a selection that they've chosen.
I assume they're going to have their Oktoberfest?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yep, they're going to feature some German beer and some wine, and I think people will be happy.
Do you know what the menu is?
Oh, yes. Yeah. The menu is terrific. Mm-hmm. We are having roasted chicken with gravy, roasted pork with gravy, mashed potatoes, fresh carrots. We are having sweet and sour cabbage. We are having a vegetable medley. As an alternative to the potatoes, you're going to have to help me with my pronunciation again, Sam. Spätzle noodles? Spätzle noodles?
Spätzle, huh?
Yes.
Oh, I know how to say sauerkraut.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, the dessert menu is apple cake.
Apple cake?
Yes, and a Black Forest cake.
German kind of cake.
A German apple cake.
And then the Black Forest cake is German, too.
It's a chocolate with the cherries.
Ooh, like a German chocolate cake? German chocolate cake?
Yeah.
Delicious.
The Black Forest.
So dinner will be served buffet style. We have the
all you can eat?
Well, yeah.
All right.
The Leos from Monty Tech will be serving on the buffet line.
Who?
The Leos. They're like a junior Lions Club. At Monty Tech.
At Monty Tech.
So they help us with community service. It's actually a club at Monty Tech.
So let's back up a second. How do the Leos work?
Well, we have a Lions Club member named Steve Schaff, who is their advisor. So he runs it like any regular high school club, and they have their meetings and their service requirements, and they show up to help us with
the Fitchburg Lions.
Yes,
absolutely.
How many Leos are there at Monty Tech?
Oh goodness,
there's
that's
about
a great
27.
Yeah.
Wow. What
That's
about
this
any
year.
other schools? Is it just a Monty Tech
just the
thing?
Monty
Just
Tech
Monty
kids. Well, you got to realize that the Monty Tech kids are from all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
So it covers a multitude of towns and cities.
22 or so?
Yeah, something like that. And they're an awesome bunch of kids. They go through all the ceremonies and everything that we do, they do. So it's a very...
So they have an into the Lions.
Yes. Well, that's what we're hoping. We're hoping they'll want to be a Lion when they're...
We're hoping that what they'll do is they'll go on to college, most of them do, and form Lion clubs there, so that they're like junior Lions. Leos are in high school, then there's like junior Lions.
Yeah.
And once they're in college, you meet up with so many different people. There are 1.4 million Lion volunteers throughout 22 countries.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
And they are the number one with the most Lions in the world.
What is?
The Lions Club. It's all over the world.
Oh, it's the number one club, you're saying?
The number.
Yeah, international.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's nobody can boast 1 million volunteers.
Well, you do good things.
We do.
And so all the benefits from this German Oktoberfest go to support the Fitchburg Lions and the Senior Center, or?
Well, what we do is we raise money. We raise money to help support the hearing and sight research centers.
I know you collect
in Boston.
the
Yeah.
used reading glasses.
Yeah.
We
Or
collect,
used glasses.
yes.
Yeah, we do a
If
lot
you
of
have
work.
any
We do a
old-
lot of work at Tufts, right? Tufts
what?
Medical Center.
Tufts is one of
Yeah,
the
we do a lot of
places
work with them.
that we work for. We also do diabetes. We work with that. And a lot of the proceeds that we do, we put right back into the community.
Like the Thanksgiving baskets that you put together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do 182 baskets for veterans the Sunday before Thanksgiving. They go home with 3 baskets of food and a turkey.
I've seen the pictures of the
So,
baskets. They're huge.
They're huge.
It's awesome.
And that's something that we pride ourselves in doing that, because sometimes the veterans get forgotten. And all you have to do is be a veteran. And we come pick it up. That's all we ask. So that's one of the things, one of the projects. We also sponsor, we have a young lady who we sponsored for 2 years in a row. Last year she went to Australia. This year she went to the Netherlands.
Nice.
So we helped her go. We didn't pay for the whole thing, but we made
Help
a big
sponsor her.
help sponsor her. And those are some of the the internal things to do. Then we turn the money around, and a lot of times the senior center might need something, and we can contribute to that. A lot of times you might have someone who's down and out on their luck, and we can help them. We also sponsored a family last year. A lady that had, I don't know, it was 3 or 5 kids, and we took her shopping and just said, buy whatever you want. Buy whatever your kids want for Christmas.
That's nice.
And that was very heart-wrenching to me.
Yeah.
We do a lot of things. I mean, there's so much out in the community that needs to be done. And a lot of times there's just nobody there to do it, or somebody doesn't see that it needs to be done. And if we see it, we do it. And we go from there.
So you're supporting a good organization when you go to the German Oktoberfest.
Yes.
So can we pull up this flyer up onto the main screen here, Dave? There we go. Almost. There we go. The German Oktoberfest Celebration Fundraiser. This is September 28th. That's a Saturday.
Yes, it
From
is.
5 to 9 p.m. in the Fitchburg Senior Center, which is the Armory Hall at 14 Wallace Ave. Your ticket is $20 each, or 2 for $35, and it includes the German buffet dinner that we heard all about from Debbie. You get to listen to music from the Oberländer Hofbrau Band. You get German beer and wine, and you get to be able to purchase raffle tickets to the amazing raffles that I heard
We
all
have
about.
some terrific raffles.
So what kind of raffles do we got?
Well, we're having your traditional 50-50 raffle.
Oh, the 50-50.
And then we are having a basket raffle. And I must say a great big thank you to our local merchants here in Fitchburg, Leominster, and Lunenburg. They have been more than generous in support of our fundraising activity. We have, I would say, 40, maybe 50 baskets to raffle off.
Oh.
Lots and lots of gift certificates from local merchants, plus a lot of merchandise that has been donated by Friends of the Lions Club or local merchants. I would say there's something for everybody.
Well, I plan on winning some of those.
Yeah, well.
I'm very lucky.
Are you?
I am.
Well, we're going to sell our raffle tickets 10 for $10 or 30 tickets for $20.
Oh, that's a bargain.
And then you, you'd like to win this, you drop your ticket wherever. We're going to, the event goes until 9 o'clock, but we're not going to make everyone wait until 9 o'clock to find out who wins the raffle. We're going to
That's
do
very
that.
thoughtful of you.
Yes.
We'll
yes.
probably do the drawings around 8 o'clock so that people are still there. And
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So come get your tickets.
Oh, yes.
And you'll be able to leave with your prize
Yes.
if you're lucky.
Now, ticket sales are going pretty well.
Okay. Where can I buy tickets physically?
I'm glad you asked. You can buy tickets for the Octoberfest from any member of the Lions Club. You can actually walk into the Fitchburg Senior Center on Wallace Ave and buy a ticket there, or you can buy it online through the Fitchburg Senior Center. DeBonis, the florist up at the Upper Common on Main Street, has graciously agreed to sell tickets for us.
Yeah.
Where else? Who am I missing? Members of the Lions Club.
members of the Lions.
Oh, you got it. Oh, I got it.
What?
You can buy a ticket at the door.
At the door.
Yes,
That's the one.
yes,
Oh, yes.
All right.
Lion
and the ticket
Laurie
at the door
Broder
will be
there.
$20.
Yes, or it'll be $20 just if you're coming alone, or if it's a couple that's coming, it's 2 for $35.
At the door, too.
Yeah, at the door.
What a bargain.
Yes,
So you
yes.
got to bring a friend.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. And people who come, I think you're going to know a lot of the Lions. You know.
And I think you're going to know a lot of the people that are going to
Oh,
be
absolutely.
Everyone's gonna be happy because
Yeah.
they're gonna have a German beer or a German wine. They're gonna have all kinds of German food. You're gonna be listening to the German band.
Yeah.
there.
So
And
it's
they've
gonna be a good
just
time.
come from the Blacksmith Festival.
And the Blacksmith Art and Renaissance Fair, which is happening all day.
Yeah. Yes.
Before that,
Yes.
you can just walk right over to the senior center.
Yeah.
Just a jaunty 5-minute stroll, probably.
Maybe 4.5. 4.5 minutes.
I like
fast
the way you
walk.
think.
Yeah.
Power walking.
Yeah, but we're looking forward to it. It should be a.
it should be a fun night.
Should be a great night.
And
yeah.
and the music is, this band is excellent.
Can we throw up a couple pictures of that I got here? These are pictures from Octoberfest, which is
Yes.
going to be a similar kind of experience. So you can see it's pretty lively. Are we going to have people dressing up in the authentic German garb?
I don't know that.
We haven't quite decided that yet.
What about games? Is there going to be games like this giant Jenga? Anything like
I
that?
don't know. We didn't see anything like that.
The giant Jenga, that's always a fun time. What about the hoisting with the...
Oh, with the Steins?
Yeah, with the Steins, anything like
I
that?
think we could just make that happen.
Yeah, that would
We
be
might
fun.
call on you to be the leader.
I lasted pretty long, but I didn't win.
Yeah,
I'm not that tough.
That's odd.
I tried.
Yeah.
It's hard.
That's a hard thing to do.
You're telling your arm, stay up, and it keeps going down.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
Yeah.
no.
Well, we think the 4 hours is going to fly by with
yeah.
your food.
It usually does when you have
with
your
your
fun.
raffles, with Wachusett Brewery and what they're bringing to offer for refreshments.
And all the proceeds go
And the
to
raffles.
support the community Fitchburg Lions Club.
Yes.
And the senior
And
center.
the senior
and the senior
center.
center.
Joan Goodwin has been
Perfect
great.
joint collaboration.
The fortunate thing is I work at the senior center.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the site manager in the kitchen dining room area. And I work with the senior center on several of the projects that they do. So my fingers are in the pie throughout the whole place for whatever's going on. And it makes it kind of nice because I know all the people who come in all the time. And we're hoping that all of those folks will buy their ticket and come and enjoy it, because our seniors, you know, how often do they get to, you know, do something really fun to do? So we can also sell a table.
Oh, a table. You could buy a whole table.
You could buy a whole table for $175.
Aha, what a bargain.
And, you know, a table typically holds 8 to 10.
Yeah.
Well, the tables are big enough, you can squeeze a few more in there sometimes, you know, so.
We think everyone will be comfortable there.
Yeah.
I think everyone will have a great time.
Yep, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, bring your friends.
I plan on
Bring
it.
lots of them.
Yeah.
We'll have a great time. We will have a great time.
We will. And there's a lot to look forward to in doing these kind of things. I think it's important that the community always comes together.
I agree completely.
I think the community needs to know that just because the Blacksmith Festival is there doesn't mean you can't come here.
You can do both.
You can do
It's
both
perfectly
in one
timed.
day.
Great day for that.
And
I think the Blacksmith Festival ends at like 4 or 5 p.m.
the weather's supposed to be great. So, you know, walk on over.
That 4.5-minute power walk?
Yeah.
Come on over and have some supper.
I like it.
You'll love it.
Yeah, hang out at the Blacksmith Fair, get all tired,
Yeah.
walking around, visiting on the vendors.
Yeah.
We're going to hear all about the Blacksmith Festival and Renaissance Fair at the end of our show in about 20 minutes.
Yes, we were talking with those folks in the green room.
Yep.
In the
Yep.
green room.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah. That'll be good.
A lot going on in Fitchburg.
There's always
And we're just
so
hoping-
much going
yeah.
on in Fitchburg.
We just want the community to come out and unite, have
Unite.
fun,
Yeah.
be together. So I think it'll be a great night. Please come. Bring everybody.
All right. Anything else you want to add before we cut to commercial?
I think we've kind of covered just about everything.
I think we got it all. All right, Dave, can we throw up the poster one more time so that everyone remembers? We're talking about the German Octoberfest, which is Saturday, September 28th, 5 to 9 p.m. at the Fitchburg Senior Center, 14 Wallace Ave. Tickets are $20 each, or if you come with a friend, it's only $35 for both of you. And you get a German buffet dinner, you get the chance to buy raffle tickets, the chance to buy beer, and friends and camaraderie. Right?
Sounds great.
Yeah.
All right.
You summarized that very well.
Thank you so much, guys, for coming on. Sally and Debbie from the Fitchburg Lions Club. We are going to take a short break, and then we're going to be talking about Run4Fun. All right?
Thanks for having us.
Chess Chat
Thanks
is
for
the
coming.
only television program in the United States that presents chess in the way we do it. We try to be entertaining. We try to actually inform, educate our viewers as far as the world of chess, which is a fascinating world. If more people took up chess, and especially young players, they would actually be exposed to critical thinking, learning logic. I mean, I think this is very valuable for especially youngsters, you know, at early age, to learn to be critical in their thinking, because I want to let people know that chess is a fantastic game, but it's also an art, it's a science, it's a sport. The world of chess has a wealth of information about chess. We could go on forever talking about chess players, chess events. I and my co-hosts will never run out of material for Chess Chat.
Hi, welcome back to Discussing Fitchburg Now. We are talking with Henry St. John, founder of Run4Fun, and Jen Miola, one of the admins of Run4Fun. So this is a free fitness running group,
Yes.
right, that you started about 5 years ago.
9 years ago.
9 years ago?
Yes.
Oh.
It went from once a week to twice a week, and then when I met Jen and we combined groups, it became every day but Monday, so we said, what the hell, let's get Monday in there too.
So there is a running opportunity every single day of the week.
Yes.
In Run4Fun.
Sometimes more than one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So what made you start doing this 9 years ago?
A couple of people asked me because I was a runner originally. I knew a lot of routes in Fitchburg where they didn't. So they wanted me to plan the routes and kind of tell them where to go. And then we just started growing and growing and growing. It was, I think, like 4 or 5 of us, our first run. We've had as many as 33 on a run.
33 people running.
Yep.
That's a good group.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And we do, we just started a turtle division, which is a much more relaxed pace. We cut it down to 3 miles. And it's a run walk, so if somebody needs to take a break of walking, I usually stay in the back and I'll walk with them. As long as people are going forward, I really don't care how fast they're going or if they're walking. We're just trying to get people outside, running. Jen does a Couch to 5K once a year, and it's a good transition for her group to come to Run4Fun to do a 3-mile run.
So the Couch to 5K, when do you start that?
In April. We start that in April. This year was my 8th group, and we have a race that we do in July. It's just north of New Hampshire, but it's a fun race, and they're a great group, so we keep going back up there to do it.
So let's talk about Couch to 5K. How does that work? Right? How often, how much do I have to run?
It depends on what week you're in, but it's usually about a 12-week program. So we start in April and finish in July. And the very first day, you only have to run 60 seconds, like 5 times.
So you get up, you run 60 seconds.
And then you walk, and then you run, and then you walk.
So it's like a 10-minute thing? Like run for a minute, walk for a minute, run for a minute,
something
walk
like
for a
that,
minute?
yeah. Yeah.
All right. And then you progressively,
Yep.
every day, you do a little more?
We meet 3 times a week. So last year it was Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday mornings, Tuesday, Thursday evenings, and then Saturday mornings. And each week is 1 workout. And then week 2 it'll be increased a little bit. Week 3 it'll be increased a little bit. And I've been doing them at Doyle, so we start it all on the track. And then as our times progress, you get a little bit longer. You don't want to do too many circles, and we take it to the neighborhoods behind Doyle.
So after about 3 months, you're ready to run a 5K?
Yep.
No matter what shape you started in, you're ready to run a 5K?
Yep. And I will say that out of all of the groups that I've had, everybody has been able to complete the 5K. But as long as they hang out and they stay, doing the workouts and coming to the workouts and stuff like that. It's really supportive. Even after we finished our 5K this year, they were meeting on Tuesdays and Thursday nights just together to keep the running going, and a lot of them are joining his group on Thursday mornings now. So
that's awesome.
And we do 2 routes on Thursdays. It's one of the days we do multiple routes. She does a 5-mile route.
At 5.
I do it at 5.
At 5 a.m.
Yep.
I do a 3-mile route at 5:30, and she tries to have her course meet up with ours, and we give each other high fives, and people think we're wacky, but both groups get a lot out of it. It's a lot of fun, and we try to support each other.
It's literally
in
the
name.
name.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So 5 a.m. you meet up to do a 5-mile run. How long does it take?
It depends on who you are.
Yep.
For some people, it'll take 40 minutes. For some people, it'll take an hour and 20.
And so your kind of motto is no one runs alone.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct. We make sure that I usually stay in the back. Jen's usually more toward the front. So we try to make sure between the 2 of us we can see, not everybody, but usually people break into little groups of 2 or 3. And we try to make sure that everybody's aware of everybody else. So if you turn a corner, you look behind you to make sure that the person behind you sees you and makes the same corner, so no one gets lost.
Yep. And we post, we make routes so that if we know who's coming, we'll share that route, and so they know what neighborhood we're going to be running in and what turns we're going to take for that particular day.
And say people are interested in joining this running group. How do we get involved?
Yep, we're on Facebook. So Run4Fun is a Facebook group. It is a private group, so you have to ask to be entered, so that because we post our routes, we don't make it a public group. And then I guess that's probably the best way. I have a Facebook page, Run with Jen, and I can always direct them where to go for Run4Fun.
So you want to go to Run4, the number 4, Fun,
Yep.
on Facebook.
Yep.
It's a private Facebook group. You answer a few questions and
Yes,
you
there's
get
a poll question or a couple questions, and I usually check out to see if they actually run or not, and who invited them to the group, unless they come on their own, and then we include you in.
And so you, every single day of the week, you do a running. Someone is organizing a run.
Yep.
In this kind of general area, or what's the extent?
Most of them.
Where do you do your running?
Monday they go from Our Lady of the Lake in Fitchburg, in Leominster. Tuesdays there's a run from Jen's house, and then I do a run from Walgreens in Leominster. Wednesdays they go from Our Lady of the Lake. Thursdays Jen does Global in Leominster. I do Doyle Field. And Fridays is usually Our Lady of the Lake again. And Saturday, she had the brilliant idea. Actually, we were both training for a marathon, and we said, "Hey, we're running 16 miles this weekend," and we heard crickets. So Jen came up with the idea of breaking it up into shorter routes. So now we do like a 6-mile route at 6, a 6-mile route at 7:05.
Because you know where you'll be at that point.
Yeah, if somebody needs 16 miles, it's there. If somebody wants to run 10, they run a 6 and a 4.
Brilliant.
If somebody only wants to run 5, we build a 5-mile route in the middle of that.
The last thing we do is a 2-mile run and walk thing. We have a member of our group who's injured and coming back from a hamstring tear, and I walk with her for the 2 miles.
So she's still out and still
She's
part
still
of
out
our
moving
group.
around.
And
Yep, that's important.
Yes, it is.
Because otherwise, time goes by when you're sitting on the couch.
Yes, it does.
Yep. So we try to make it for absolutely anybody. So if you come in and you join the group and you're like, oh, I'm really comfortable doing 3 miles. It's going to take me 45 minutes to do 3 miles. There's people there who will keep you company. And if you're training for a marathon and you're trying to run your fastest race ever, there'll be people who can help you do that too. We have
So, all skills and ability.
Yes.
Because you'll hear a lot in running groups of people that haven't gotten off the couch in a long time. They're like, I'm not in any kind of shape. Everyone's just going to be speeding past me. I don't want to keep anyone up. And but would you say that there are a lot of people that join that are really beginners in
almost
fitness?
Everybody has said that to us at one point in time, whether they've been part of our group for a year or whether they're just coming on. They don't want to hold us back, and that our group is made up of enough paces that you won't ever hold anybody back.
The thing I hear the most is, you guys are too fast for us, and I just say, go to my Runkeeper page, because you'll see I am not fast at all. Anybody can keep up with me. So we're not, even if you're slower than me, I'm going to run with you. I don't care, as long as you're going forward.
The goal is building community.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Building a community that is fitter than it was the day before.
Yep. And we do have fun. Like in the name, we do a run from Wachusett Brewery. We have had runs from Cherry Hill.
So like an ice cream run. Yep, we meet
ice
there.
cream, beer, okay.
there's a
3
theme
miles
going.
through the neighborhood and back, and then we do a Christmas run every year, Christmas light run every year. So
Christmas light run.
Yep. So
how does that work?
This year will be our 4th year. We meet and at night after work during the week.
Like 6:30ish.
And then we run the neighborhood and look at all of the Christmas lights. Yep.
There's one guy, the only run he ever comes to is the Christmas light run. He brings a Bluetooth speaker. And he plays Christmas tunes.
plays Christmas music the entire time.
Oh my God, that sounds awesome.
Usually have this, one of the other ladies who founded Run4Fun, she can't run in the wintertime because of her asthma. She lives around the corner from where we start and finish. She usually comes by with a tray of homemade cookies.
Yeah, we have hot chocolate after the run and everything.
We may have had a shot of Bailey or two after. But
How long is the Christmas run?
5 miles.
Something like that, yeah. It's
in the 5-mile range.
That's
And we keep
doable.
stopping and looking at the lights, and everybody takes pictures.
it's definitely a very casual.
Every time I do a 5K, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
You'll have to come tomorrow morning.
Well, I'm getting over a cold. I can come up with any number of
maybe
excuses
Saturday.
also.
Saturday. You get that 2-mile run walk.
Yeah, that sounds, see, that sounds my speed. Yeah, I experience that a lot in the winter, like an asthma, kind of,
lot of
when it's
people do.
cold.
Yeah.
And we do run year round. The only time-
Every month.
Yep.
Even in January when
Yep.
it's,
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, there's limits.
Yeah.
Not everybody will run when it's snowing, and not everybody will run when it's icy or when it's 2 degrees. Or, but for people who are training, especially for Boston, like you kind of have to run.
yeah, because April comes
Yep,
pretty quickly.
It does.
We had a debate last year. She wanted to, I was running on a Saturday. She was going to run on a Sunday. And it was minus 16 with the wind chill on Saturday. But it was like 2 degrees. But it was minus 16 with the wind chill. And on Sunday it was going to be like minus 6.
Ooh.
Temperature-wise, I'm like, well, this is the warmer day. I was alone that day.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
But like Jen said, if you're training for Boston, you really have to get the long runs in.
And there's a lot of people who will run in almost anything. So if you, yeah, Henry's definitely one of them. So you know that when you set up a day where you have to run, say, on a Saturday morning you need to run 5 miles or 10 miles as part of your training plan, there might be somebody out there keeping you company. And you might have to adjust it, like if your training plan was to do the 5 miles in an hour, but the person who's going to keep you company, it's going to take them an hour and a half. And maybe that's what you do, because it's better to do it with somebody than try and struggle through it on your own.
And most of us
Being
have,
alone is tough.
yep, most of us have, for lack of a better word, cleats for sneakers.
Oh, the spikes.
So we could run in the wintertime safely.
Oh, yeah.
I use a thing called
There's
yak
running
tracks.
shoes with
No,
cleats.
it's like a rubber piece that fits over your shoe.
Oh, yeah, what are those called?
Yak tracks.
Yak tracks. Really?
Yes.
So you can run in the ice.
Yeah, well, no, but
The packed snow.
pack snow.
Pack snow.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yak tracks.
And she uses like screws or something.
That you can also add screws to the bottom of your sneakers. I actually have a pair of spikes I got from Job Lot. So. Yep.
Well, that's hardcore.
Yep. And you'd be surprised, even in like a pouring rainstorm, how many people show up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Although that's a lot more fun in the summertime.
Yes.
It cools you down.
Yeah. Yeah. But we do. We have a lot of fun.
And Jen usually wears, when it's 80 out, what I wear when it's 40 out. We're all different body types, so I wear shorts if it's above 25. Jen wears shorts if it's above 85.
Yeah. I'm already wearing gloves. It's a little chilly out there for me.
Yeah, I need gloves and I need something on my ears and my nose when it's cold. But the rest of me, hot.
Yep.
So mornings, what's more popular, mornings or evenings?
We really don't do many evening runs. There used to be a run from Devon's on a Monday
night we had been holding
but
it.
we get anywhere from 4 to the last time we did the Thursday 3-mile run, we had 14 people. That's a lot for 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah. So I think the morning ones are more popular, and I think that's a lot just because those are the ones that we do. So we have people that do evening ones. The Couch to 5K group had been meeting in July and August at 6:30 at night. And then we have some people who are teachers who get out of work who can run at 4. So sometimes they'll get together. Not everybody always posts. So if you were to post it in the Run4Fun group that you were running at 4
You might get
o'clock,
more people.
Right. Yeah.
And on Saturdays, we usually get, with all the routes combined, 30, 35 people.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the 16-mile that's broken up into multiple
Yep.
segments.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, and that's I think one of the things that helps, because you have some people who will just run the one loop and they want company and they come in and they run, and then they're done with their day, they're done with their run, and they can. And then some people don't want to get up to run at 6 o'clock on a Saturday, so they come and run at 7 or 8, and they can still get their miles in
Because
with
they'll
people.
know where you're going to
and-
be.
Yep.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
And if you're running late, literally, you can meet up at a certain point.
Yep.
Yeah, I like morning exercises because you've got no excuse.
Right,
Other
right.
than I don't want to get up early. That's really all you got.
But once you
In
get
the
up,
evening, there's a million excuses.
but once you make a routine out of it, it's second nature.
Yeah.
Now, I've been injured a few times and not been able to exercise, but it's hard to come back.
Yeah.
But once you do it for a week or so, it's second nature.
They say it takes 2 weeks to build the habit.
Yep.
So if you just Do it for 2 weeks.
Yeah, you suck it
then
up for
you're
2
in.
weeks, yeah.
Now you're good.
And the other thing that's nice too is that sometimes you're going to get up and not want to run. You know you should, or you know you feel better, or it's the only exercise you're going to get in for the day or the week. Knowing that there's a group there that you're going to be with, and it's not, you can just show up and run next to people, and there's always at least one person who's going to tell a story. So you don't even have to, you just show up to run, and
You
that's
don't
it.
even have to talk.
Nope. But then by the time that you're done, you're feeling better, you're energized, maybe you've woken up and can share stories of your own, and just it's always so much better when we finish.
By 6 a.m. you can check off exercise. Done.
And we both like to talk. And we were running one day on the rail trail. In
Which
Air.
one? Oh, Air. Okay.
Yeah.
And we did that 20, so we went 10 miles out. We're coming back, and we were kind of quiet. Mile 15, she started yelling at me to pick a topic, any topic. And I'm like, I don't even remember what I picked, but she talked for the next 5 miles.
Football, yeah.
Okay. So it was good, because it helps you forget that you're running.
Right.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. I've been told I talk a little bit too much. I ran with my sister-in-law at a race a couple of months ago, and she turned to me after we were done. She's like, "You seriously didn't shut up for the last hour and a half." I'm like, "Sorry."
And Jen brings
I
her
like
dog.
chatting because if you forget
Yes.
what you're doing here.
Yep.
Yes.
Jen brings her dog.
Yep.
Usually.
Oh, the dog's always faster.
She's cool.
Yes, she is, but
My dogs are
she
fast.
stays with me, so.
Dogs are
We've
faster than me.
We've seen some beautiful sunrises, especially over like Whalum Lake.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you're coming from Our Lady of the Lake.
Yep,
So you run
and
by the
We
We
try
try
to,
to,
yep.
try to plan on the sunrise. So we
Yep,
actually
or
see
coming
the-
down Lindell. That has a
Lindell.
good sunrise over
yeah,
that,
that's
too.
a good one.
Yep.
And we've seen deer. We had a pig ran with us once, and
Really?
yes,
A pig?
we were going. There's a little nursery greenhouse near Leominster High,
Oh, yeah.
and we were running toward Leominster High, and I saw this group of girls in front of me start screaming, and I saw this thing coming, so I sped up, and they had stopped, and the pig came toward me because I was the only thing moving. And he stopped right when he got to me, just looked at, I don't know if it was a he or she, but just looked at me. So we slowly kept running, and the pig followed us. The pig ran with us. We took a left at Leominster High, the pig followed us. And he got distracted by some grass on the side of the road, and we
See,
stopped.
buddy?
We stopped, we called the police, we called the animal control officer.
Yeah.
So
There's a random pig running with us.
Yep.
he ran a good quarter of a mile with us.
That's a good story.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, well, that's a good point to end this segment. Is there anything else you'd like to add to the viewers that might want to get involved?
Just give us a try. Just come once, and if you don't like it, it's cool. If you like it, you're welcome to come back as often as you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you come for 2 weeks, then it becomes a habit.
It might, yeah.
And the next thing you know, you're running marathons, you're running 5Ks, 10Ks,
Ultra marathons.
You never know.
Ultra marathons. Yeah, I don't know.
And it's for any pace and any distance.
Fantastic.
And no one runs alone.
Yeah, and now it's the perfect season to start running. 'Cause
Yes.
It's just beautiful out
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
So you can find Henry and Jen at Run4Fun, the number 4. It's a public Facebook group. You can request to join that, and then you can be involved in all the runs and see when they're doing it, and try to get out there early in the morning and
Yeah.
start building your good habit.
Or Saturday.
Or Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, which you can start at any point.
The 4 miler starts at 8 o'clock, so it's
Hey,
not that early.
easy.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
We are going to take a short break, and then we're talking about the Blacksmith Festival and Renaissance Fair.
Being able to execute in the moment to get that elusive result that you've been chasing. And so that's what's really motivated me, is this idea that I haven't seen my best yet, and I really want to.
They're all the way to the state championship at Gillette, and they won. This huge accomplishment will go down in SUE history. Yeah, for a round of applause, we deserve it. We have learned the true meaning of our school motto, love one another.
The sun is out, and so will the brightness of our future when we are officially graduates of Fitchburg High School.
First time others were proud of me, and I was honestly proud of myself.
Hold on to the people you love, because you never really know how much time is on the clock.
Fighters in the line of duty. Now they must once again plan to honor one of the city's bravest.
It's got other kids excited who normally might not have thought they could play at the next level.
Thinking time will run out, and for the first time ever, the Falcons will fly on.
Elderly people who said, I've been waiting so long for this day, you don't know what this means.
And now that Chris is gone, she inherited 400 fathers and mothers.
Chess Chat is the only television program in the United States that presents chess in the way we do it. We try to be entertaining, we try to actually inform, educate our viewers as far as the world of chess, which is a fascinating world. If more people took up chess, and especially young players, they would actually be exposed to critical thinking, learning logic. I mean, I think this is very valuable for especially youngsters, you know, at early age, to learn to be critical in their thinking. Because I want to let people know that chess is a fantastic game, but it's also an art, it's a science, it's a sport. The world of chess has a wealth of information about chess. We could go on forever talking about chess players, chess events. I and my co-host will never run out of material for Chess Chat.
Welcome back to Discussing Fitchburg Now. I'm Sam Squalia, and we are talking about the 16th annual Blacksmith Festival and Renaissance Fair with Ashla, the founder of the Blacksmith Fair, and you've been organizing it for many, many years now. Yes?
Yes, that's true, and the year has come again.
Yeah.
We have to do a lot of hard work planning this, but the beauty of it is that by now we are an established festival. Everybody in Fitchburg already knows about it, or actually I should say in the surrounding area, and it's also one of the unique festivals, probably one of its kind in the whole world.
Oh, it sure is.
It started, it's very, from brainstorming with Blacksmith and some of the festivals that are similar that we saw in Europe, none of them are like timed, and the projects have to be finished, the pre-set projects have to be finished. So, and again, we do consider this as a profession that takes a long time to get develop your expertise. So we start with the novice division. They are the students who are just getting into the field, so we set very simple projects for them, and then it goes to an intermediate, people who have done blacksmithy as a hobby or do it on weekends and not make money out of it as a profession. So their projects are set at a little less severe project, and then there's the professional that do produce a working wrought iron piece that gets done. And we also have divided the whole day into 3 periods. The first period is 1 hour 15 minutes, second is 1 hour 15 minutes, and the last one is 2 hours period where they get more time. Everybody sets up their shop, they bring their forge, their tools, and really make pieces like the ones you see here out of a piece of plain steel. Blacksmith is the art of heating. It's one of the oldest professions. Once they learned, our civilization learned metal, they learned how to use the metal. So basically, initially they made very simple tools like nails for building, and then some of them were used in armaments to make bullets, and guns. Guns were a big part of the army. You used many blacksmiths because the guns had metal parts in them.
So this is so Ashley's talking a lot about the blacksmithing portion of the Blacksmith Art and Renaissance Fair, which is the foundation really of this festival. And so we have the whole Blacksmith Festival has a whole competition with multiple stages, and then we also have, in addition to that, a Art and Renaissance Fair happening at the same time, right?
Yes, so they are, because Renaissance people consider blacksmithy as a Renaissance art form, so they really get, and they wear these armors out of iron that were made by blacksmiths, so it sort of fits in, and a lot of, and it's a handwork. People have to forge with their hands, using a hammer, of course, and an anvil. But all the craft people also are handwork people who have handmade crafts to sell, and a lot of them are based in the old world techniques.
Yeah. And so in addition, we have Valerie Guzman here.
Hi.
She is the battalion commander of the MCJROTC.
Yes.
At Monty-Tech.
Yes.
Which is the Marine Corps division of the junior ROTC.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And the ROTC is a very important part of our festival. They stay there almost throughout the time. Actually, they come a little earlier. They help as the festival takes place in Riverfront Park, which is a kind of narrow way, and so we really need help in loading all these things, all the equipment of the blacksmith as well as the vendors. So the ROTC people help us really throughout the day to do that, and then any other help that they are really, their presence itself is very important.
Oh yeah, as you can see here on the screen, a lot of the equipment's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
And so having the ROTC from Monty-Tech come in there to help, it's really fantastic being able to have all that assistance.
Yeah, the very they are a very important arm of our festival. Without them, we would have tough time moving. And then we also have some sculptures that we move in which are made out of iron.
Oh yeah, like that dragon-looking guy.
Yes, and they are important part of, dragon has become a mascot of the festival.
And the guy that can hold bags.
Yeah, then we have a chimney soup and
the woman.
Colonial garden.
Yeah. The woman with the breasts.
So anyway, those get brought by another very important player is the Department of Public Works. They help us a lot with bringing and establishing the items. So they, Monty Tech people make sure nobody is, they guard our stuff for us. And here you can see some of the vendors that will be performing there.
Yeah, here's some of the vendors from last year. There were lots of Renaissance Fair-esque vendors. There was even a booth that sold plague-infected rats.
Oh, yes.
And I think second or third year of the festival, we came up with the idea of having another part of the competition where the blacksmith had a chance to make something in their time in their own studio and bring those panels. And my husband and I donated a trellis structure that is there at the Riverfront Park, and we asked competitors to bring 18 by 18 inch panel every year, which is judged and given prize money to a person second and third position. They also, and they are become part of that trellis, and whenever anybody goes, it's open and you can see it at Riverfront Park all the time. And I keep getting comments on it from everybody.
Is that what these are?
So these two panels are from last year that were entered into our competition.
Oh yeah, there we go.
And the theme of our panels is always
that one looks like a pumpkin.
Life around the river.
Oh yeah, okay.
So that's maybe, and you can see that how much work has gone into that side, because that rod has been twisted. Every time you heat it, you cannot work on iron for too long. It cools and then it gets brittle and will break. So you need expertise to be able to do that. So this was a first prize winner by Ted Hinman, and that was a second prize winner. That
with the fish. I like the fish.
Yeah, so that was the second prize winner. We give close to, in the past we've been giving close to $5,000 in cash prizes. Just about everybody comes up with some kind of a prize money.
So if you're a blacksmith or you're interested in blacksmithy, then this is definitely a festival for you. Yeah, so let's just, can you zoom in on this, Dave? So we have the 16th annual Blacksmith Art and Renaissance Festival. This is Saturday, September 28th at Riverfront Park in Fitchburg. This runs from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can see all kinds of blacksmith activities, and all during the day as well, you'll have Renaissance Fair.
And the demonstration by the master blacksmith that we invite is from at lunchtime, so it's like 12 to 2.
A demonstration by master blacksmiths.
Yes, and that is held at that seating area at the riverfront, and close to about 100, 200 people sit down to watch that.
And so you can see the banging and the hot coals.
And they explain what they're doing, and every year somebody different shows something different. So this year there's a gentleman from Central Massachusetts, Lehigh Morrell, and that he's been doing blacksmithing for several years, and he's almost now retired, but he wanted to do it. He has been also this year the president of American Blacksmith Association of America, which is ABANA. And he was president of that, so he's a very well-regarded person.
Right, so you can come see blacksmithing in action. I know if you come really early at like 8 a.m., you can see them start the coals, and they'll smoke all up in the air when they're starting all those coals. It's pretty cool.
They use the forge throughout the day, up to 4:30 will be the last day call. And we also do make t-shirts. Each competitor gets a free t-shirt and lunch, just as I think that's a courtesy gift we do. And those who win, we have jackets for championship and championship ribbons for them, as well as money.
So on the Renaissance part, is it going to be the same as last year?
Yes, it is going to be same.
Can we throw up a picture from the Renaissance? The people dressed in the medieval garb. There we go. There's all kinds of people in the amazing medieval garb with the chain mail and the helmets.
The jostling.
The jousting. Oh, he's David Gary. He's from Fitchburg with his awesome jousting sword.
Unfortunately, he's on vacation. He could not join us today. But
he's all protected in his metal suit. And then we have the horses with the jousting, right? That was awesome.
And our website is www.fitchburgforgein.com, and which has all the details. I think we will have about 12 students from Elizabeth Valley competing, 6 students from Plymouth Technical School, and 2 or 3 independent people in the novice division, and then I have about 6 to 8 in the intermediate division, and another 5 in the professional division.
Oh, that's a pretty good showing of blacksmiths.
We had a good number, and I think it looks like, because of the following and people love it, it's an exciting event. The blacksmiths are hardy people, even in rain and snow.
They still show up. Yeah.
Yes. And,
it's rained a few years that I've been there, but last year was beautiful. This year should be beautiful.
So we are hoping for good weather and a lot of good turnover.
So what will we have for food and drinks?
Foods and drinks. I hope the strong style coffee people show up. I did ask them, and then there'll be hot dog, hamburgers, and some other cotton candy and stuff like that.
So there'll be food to purchase?
Yeah, food to purchase, and you need that for the whole day's away.
Oh yeah. Oh, perfect. All right.
And I just hope a lot of people come and enjoy and have fun. There is no ticket. There is no.
Oh, it's free to attend.
Free to attend, and we will have a raffle to raise some money. One would be a family pass at Greatwood Lodge.
Ooh, good deal.
And I think normally it's $3 for one ticket and 2 for tickets for $5. And then we'll have some of the food restaurants have donated. We'll have a Dario's gift certificate.
Ooh, I love Dario's.
Yeah, and then we'll also have Slattery's gift certificate. So I don't know who else have sent some gift certificates.
So there'll be raffles, chance to win things.
And ROTC people, look for them because they will be the ones selling them for me.
Oh, fantastic. The ROTC is just the best. They're the most helpful and the most kind and thoughtful.
Yes.
I've set up as a vendor before at the Blacksmith Festival, and it's like, all right, what do you got? So I'm like, all this stuff. And next thing you know, it's all out of the car. They're already setting up my tent. They're setting up the table. Like, oh, you guys are the best.
Are you coming to this year? I haven't seen your application.
I am not setting up as a vendor. I don't have time for that anymore. But I will be there, hanging out and taking pictures. And be like, wow, look at the horses.
All right, that's good. And then
I plan on going to the German Octoberfest after.
Yeah. We also do sell last year's entries or some of the.
Oh, like some of these like items like this. Like so these are some of the things that the competition that they make. So they have to make things, and
this time
and then they get judged.
Every year the judge sets up the competition, and the competitors are given pieces of steel only pre-cut, but they have to heat them, form them in the shape that the competition.
So you're going to be able to see all of this cool stuff Saturday, September 28th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Fitchburg's Riverfront Park for the Blacksmith Festival and Renaissance Fair. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on. I hope to see you there.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.